Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Dominions 4. In our last episode, we were continuing to lose to Abyssia on our western front. I've decided that instead of focusing all of our efforts on taking these territories, we are going to begin Operation Ocean Expansion. Pelagia has not been very powerful throughout the entire game, and has been mostly locked in the ocean. Now, while our fire spells will not help us in the ocean, we do have this large number of summoned troops who are amphibious and can fight underwater. I think if we take enough of them with us into the ocean, we will be able to start taking territories, get north to these thrones, and then we can begin an expansion movement across the northern continent to take the thrones there as well. Maybe we can bypass Abyssia altogether. So with that in mind, I've set up some recruitment here. We're creating a magic item that will let us have our newly recruited legatus lead troops underwater. We also need to remember that these troops are magical beings, which means only commanders that can command magical beings can lead them as well. So, let's take a look at our undead leaders. They cannot lead magical beings, but they can lead undead units. So we need something that can lead magical beings. Luckily, our Augur Elders are able to. So we'll be able to load one of them up with some, and hopefully, with only being 7 enemy units here, we'll be able to march in, quickly take this territory, and expand outward with the newly recruited underwater troops. Let's end this turn, and see if we're able to expand into the ocean. Alrighty, looking at the results of that turn, there's a report from the Amon Forest, more spells being cast at us. Pollux the Augur foresaw a great disaster, and proper measures were taken to halt the unfortunate chain of events. We're under siege in Gwerth as well, down there again with Abyssia. We've cured 2 battle afflictions, but most importantly, Mundhir, the god of Baratos, has been permanently vanquished. At the end, his dominion did not touch a single province, and his life force died with his dominion. Not only did we push him back into the north, it looks like he lost whatever battles he was having with this other nation of Femoria. In losing those battles, he must have lost all his northern provinces. Now, the thing that worries me is this means that there's a possibility that the majority of these provinces, if not all, are held by yet again another large nation. So we'll have to see if our battles against Pelagia will move us fast enough to prevent them from moving south in a pincer attack between Abyssia and the Fomorians. So here we have, we'll take one of our Augur Elders. It looks like it's going to be Researcher, although she does have this affliction of weakened, and she is 72 years old. We're going to equip her with this Shambler armor, and this will allow her to fight underwater. And then we're going to give her several of these troops. I want to see which ones are the best. The Clockwork Horrors, okay defense, good protection, 5 hit points, versus better defense, more hit points, more protection. I think these mechanical men are going to be better to give her. Yes, I think they're either better than the Clockwork Soldiers. So let's select them. Equip her. We need her to stay behind the troops at all times. We need them to quickly attack the closest enemy and hope for a quick victory. Let's grab her and have her assault what looks like very small number of troops. This could still go horribly wrong, but we're hoping to take that province. Abyssia, 30 units still. They haven't really reinforced. How do we look over here? We've got some units, but not a lot. I want to go ahead and still attempt to take back that territory. We can pick up the troops that are here as we march through. So let's go ahead, march over, continue to recruit more augurs to replace the ones that we lost. In the north, you can see that he's slowly rebuilding his army, but he only has 2 territories he could strike out at, both of which are pretty well defended, and we are continuing to recruit troops up here. We're concerned about this nation, Fomoria. We may have to go to war with them, so we are going to keep recruiting augurs so we can use our fire spells against them very effectively. We have 14 death gems, not enough to cast the spells we want right now, and only 4 earth gems, so we can't summon in more mechanical men yet, so we're going to need to see what happens in this combat. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Alrighty. I've noticed that I've said alrighty every time we've come back from a turn. I'll try to stop that for the rest of you at home. So we have the battle in Holy See. This is our mechanical men. Let's see if they reinforced or if we were able to fight an army that we could take. Ooh, a lot of Ichthyids here. And a Pearl Clan priest. Honestly, I don't know how this stacks up. You have to remember that our mechanical men, because they're poor amphibians, they do suffer negative attributes when underwater. The Ichthyids, however, they may cause a problem. Let's see how this happens. Possibly the body ethereal spells that we're casting may assist. We're going to zoom in here. Whoa. We are taking some of them out, and they're starting to rout. We're casting a frighten spell to affect their morale as well. Now you have to remember, the great thing is, these mechanical men will never flee, so we never have to worry about them routing, only dying off. Oh, I think, yes, we've taken the province. We lost 6 of our mechanical men, but we did kill their Pearl Clan priest, and we took the province from them. We're still under siege in Gwerth. We've cured some battle afflictions, and our troops in Gwerth are beginning to starve due to a lack of supplies. So, in Gwerth, they still have those 30 units. If we can hold out one more turn, I think we can grab whatever's here in this province and then come south with them. So I'm going to take Dagalis and these 2 augurs, and we'll head north to grab those troops. Make sure everyone's got someone guarding the commander. That looks good. Let's take a look at the province now that we just took. So, in here, we can now recruit Ichthyids, who are amphibious, which means they can go on both land and water without taking any penalty to their stats. We can also recruit their regular Ichthyids or these Ichthyid warriors. The difference is the Ichthyid warriors have armor. The regular Ichthyids do not. You can see the difference in protection stat. 5 versus a protection of 13. 17 hit points, 16 hit points. Overall, they are just better troops. The one thing the regular Ichthyid troops do have up their sleeve, though, is this net ability, which casts a web preventing the troop it affects from moving, but I don't think that's going to help us in the long run. Let's go ahead and recruit an Ichthyid Lord, and then we're going to want to recruit some Ichthyds to go with him. I'm going to pump up the province defense here, because we're also going to want to replenish the units that we lost from the mechanical men back here on shore. So we'll need to pick up these troops, replenish our troops here, and we have 6 water gems. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else we can produce with those water gems to help us take this underwater world. We can produce another set of this underwater breathing armor, so let's do that. That'll allow us to bring more of the magical beings with us. I'm checking to see what our options are for having people lead more magical beings. It looks like we don't have many. Can we even forge any magic items that would allow us to control more magic beings? I don't believe so, unfortunately. Astral Magic 8. We will never have anybody that can make that for us. Let's take a look here. Sometimes there's a crown that'll let you lead more magical beings, but I am not seeing one, unfortunately. So we'll just have to continue with the current plan. Let's go ahead and end this turn, pick up these troops, and we'll continue to climb up against Pelagia to take the ocean. So with that turn completed, it looks like Pelagia did not strike back at the province that we just took. We have an unexpected event in Sefekte. There have been signs of some activity in the ancient ruin. We're going to send our mage into the ruin this time and see what happens. In the Wicker Woods, province income and growth has increased. A great fertility festival is celebrated. Ooh, a treasure's also been found. Extra gold, a rawhide shield, some gems. Gwith continues to be under siege. We've cured some battle afflictions, and in Gwith there's still disease afflicting our soldiers. What's happening is, as the troops continue to control this area, they're cutting down on the amount of supply that's available, which is causing our troops to gain sickness, disease, other type of maladies. So we can see that we have battle wounds, disease, can't heal. We're going to need some of our healing priests in here once we take this back if we want to hold this area. So, we need to continue. Oh, Pelagia's got some soldiers. They're trying to make a fight back to take this. So we want to go ahead and see what we have available to ferry those magical troops. Again, I don't believe they can. Nope, that is unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and equip Ankus with the other set of armor. And we will go ahead and put mechanical men in her army, along with reinforcing the troops here for Researcher, mage who's been with us since the beginning. We want them to attack closest. We don't have to worry, as far as I know, about assassins from them. And we'll have her go ahead and cast these Starfire spells. So both of these can go ahead and return into the water. We need to keep recruiting these Ichthyds. We can't recruit that many. I think I'm going to recruit the regular Ichthyeids just because we want to put some bodies in there. I think we also are going to want to start bringing some of our undead into the battle here. So if you remember, Grugtar has level 3 death magic, and the undead are almost all amphibious in some way. For example, we look here, poor amphibians for the Banes that we've summoned. So what we can do is have a ritual spell cast, 14 death gems. We'll summon some ghosts that we can put into an army to send into the water as well. We do need to worry about priests because they can cause us a lot of damage. Let's grab these soldiers that we came to get. Put them all in a large unit. Change this unit to attack closest enemy. Oh, actually, hold and attack closest enemy. We're going to set them forward a little bit from the other troops. These guys and these flag bearers will set to guard commander, because you never know with assassins on the field. So we have 91 of our units of our main army, a couple augurs, and everyone currently in the castle. We want to go ahead and just set these troops up to attack. We basically just want everyone on the battlefield at this point. Including these fire drakes, even though they won't be very useful. We're going to go ahead and take these units, set them way to the front. Hopefully they die before they can cause any damage to our troops. And we want to change this giant group of units. No, we'll just have them hold. Maybe they'll stand around long enough to keep the guards from killing our augurs who are in the center of that group of units. So they'll also be breaking the siege that turn. Our recruitment continues. We probably need one more legatus soon, because we're going to be sending out troops again. We're still holding the north. Recruitment. More recruitment. And now that we're attacking, we've got some more resources here. We can go ahead and go back to recruiting these turtle chiefs, turtle warriors, who can go underwater. We'll want to repeat recruiting them for a few turns. So we'll end this turn and see what our results happen at breaking the siege in Gwynth. And we have our results from the turn. Merid, the Fomorian champion, has claimed the throne of Knight in the north. Grugtar has cast Summon Ghosts. Dagallus was attacked by an assassin. He survived, thanks to these archers that we had with him. Ooh, and the Slayer was killed. Thank goodness we had those bodyguards. We're going to need to add some more to his troop. There was a battle in Gwynth. This is us breaking the siege. Let's see how this turned out. So we have their troops here. These dreaded fire drakes. Along with our troops here and our fire drakes. Let's see how it happens. Again, they aren't going to do much damage, but better to the enemy than us. Our fire drakes are running, which is fine. These things are doing so much damage to us, it's ridiculous. And I think we're about to be routed again. we just cannot defeat these fire drakes. And the fact that they do 15 fire damage, and the troops of Abyssia have 25 fire resistance, means that they never have to worry about the friendly fire. This is going to be a rout. Let's see how bad it was for us. We lost 4 of the augurs. Our legatus and the augur elder got away. Lost 139 troops. We only killed 17. It's a war of attrition. We're slowly wearing them down, but we can only hope that we'll eventually take them down. An unexpected event has occurred in Halbarthia, 269 gold. Our walls are starting to be damaged from them holding the area, and 2 battle afflictions were cured. Folks, I think we're going to lose this castle very soon. We need to make sure that everyone is protected against assassins as we plan out what we will do to hold Abyssia off while we march through the seas. We'll be doing that in the next episode of Gaming with Grug. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon.